Hi everyone, how are we? Just doing our shadow work reading for the full moon. Okay, I will start off by just saying, if you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you go ahead and do that. Leave a comment, a like. It really does help the channel grow, and I do really appreciate that. We are looking at the full moon in Sagittarius. So it is Gemini season, and so we will be seeing quite an effect there, for all the Geminis and Sagittarians, of course. We also will see Aquarius and Virgo slightly affected by this full moon as well. Oh, sorry, Pisces and Virgo somewhat affected by this full moon as well. But it is ultimately pretty positive energy, this full moon, okay? It is the flower moon, so it is actually the ideal time for planting seeds, both literally and figuratively, okay? So it's a really good time to be, planting the seeds of where you're wanting to go next, what you're wanting to manifest into your life, all those sorts of things. It's actually a really special one this time around because we do have it, for a lot of people around the world here, you will be seeing the full moon cross in front of Antares, which is the brightest star, in the Scorpio system as well. So, there is a bit of an effect on Scorpio because of that as well. It's kind of, there may be a moment throughout the full moon, Scorpio, where you're feeling just a little bit blocked, and that is why that's that bright red star Antares. It's one of the brightest stars up there, so it is the brightest one in the Scorpio system. So and the moon will be crossing in front of that. So they actually do call that occulting the star, so it's very interesting terminology, but it's pretty irrelevant. This full moon will bring a lot of heightened emotions and impulsive behaviors, very sentimental energies as well. So looking back at where you've been, feeling a bit nostalgic for the past for some of us here as well. But it could actually, bring along with it a lot of big lessons, understanding lessons. That's why we're seeing that nostalgia, that sentimental energy to realize how much we have learned, how much we've grown and changed and whatnot. But looking at the bigger picture, the theme of this sort of full moon is out with the old and in with the new, and looking at the bigger picture and how all that fits into your life. Okay, so that's what we're seeing for this full moon in Sagittarius. The decks I will be using, I do have, as always, the Heal Yourself reading cards, the Red Hand Lenormand, that I do like to use both of those decks specifically for shadow work. But this month I am actually adding in, I've got the Sacred Spirit reading cards as well. So they add in some really interesting added little messages there as well. So we'll see what wants to come out for everyone. Okay, so being in Sagittarius, we will be starting with Sagittarius today. As always, you will see me taking timestamps. Okay, so Sagittarius, what does Sagittarius need to know in regards to shadow work this month? Shadow work for our Sagittarius, please. Sorry if you can hear that background noise. It's quite a lot going on around my house today. So that's just a neighbor's car that is super loud. So I am sorry about that if you can hear that in the background there, Sagittarius. I do also have my son home from school as well. So if you do hear any coughing, either from me or from him, that is why. We have the hole in the soul energy here. So we are sort of looking back here over this full moon for you, Sagittarius, looking back at where this hole within yourself was created. Okay, why do I feel like there's a piece missing? What's going on for me with that there's it just feels as though there's a piece. I'm kind of picking up here, Sagittarius, that you are feeling as though there's a piece of you that, some of you, it's telling me it feels dead inside, it feels numb inside, it feels missing. Okay, so there's something within you that you feel like as though you are missing that integral part of something within yourself. For some of you, this is something that you're kind of wondering, where did it go? Why do I no longer have that piece of me? What happened for me to lose that? And for a lot of you, I feel like it's things like, your sense of innocence, your sense of hope and things like that. So it's quite integral to you, to yourself and your soul. And you're just sort of feeling as though there's a chunk missing, or has been sort of stolen from you because of all the experiences in your life. But we'll have a look at what this is all about here for you. Sagittarius, hole in the soul for Sagittarius, please. Okay, so I am seeing here, we do have emotions hidden at the bottom of the deck there. We're seeing the ruins, okay? So yeah, this is definitely things that have happened in the past, leaving you feeling as though, this has ruined me, that ruined me. There's a definite energy of that sort of thing coming through here, Sagittarius, just feeling as though something has been taken from you, something has been destroyed within you. Like I said, it's for a lot of you, it's like a deep emotional wound. Like, I've lost hope in love. I've lost, lost confidence in myself, those sorts of things. But you are sort of recognizing during this full moon, the chains energy. You are recognizing that you're allowing yourself to, you're allowing this to hold you back. And you're feeling chained to the ruins. Okay, you're feeling very tied down to this missing piece, feeling as though, yeah, you may feel incomplete without this piece here, but you're allowing it to hold you back and stop you from, focusing on everything else. Because I'm kind of seeing like, like a pie chart, right? And there's just this one little piece here missing. Someone's taken a piece of the pie, and you're so busy focusing on that missing piece of pie. Where did it go? What happened to it? Who took it? Who took that missing piece of pie? That you're not paying any attention to the rest of the pie, and so therefore you're leaving the rest of the pie vulnerable for more pieces to be taken, is what I'm picking up here for you, Sagittarius, that you are needing to pay just a little bit more attention to the everything else. Stop focusing on what's not there and start focusing on, what is there. It is kind of what I'm picking up with that. You're chaining yourself to this, limiting yourself to looking at what's not, what you haven't got, what's not there. The ruin of something within yourself here. I'm not saying that it's, an easy thing to do, or there's no reason to be looking at that, because there definitely is. This is obviously something has been, leaving you feeling destroyed and decimated by the loss of this part of yourself here. But I feel like for a lot of you, it's all about focusing on what you do have and what you can have rather than what you don't have. Pardon? Because we do also see the moth energy. Okay, so the moth is that transformative kind of energy where it's, allowing us to transform this energy, transforming this loss, and because I'm kind of getting this energy of, like, in order for a moth to become a moth, from a caterpillar, it has to turn into goo and then, emerge a moth. I'm kind of getting, it's going back to that pie chart reference here, Sagittarius. If you smush the whole pie up and then recut it, all of a sudden it's whole again, if that makes sense. Even with that missing piece, you can make it whole again by yourself. You can fill that missing gap with what you already have. There is this element here of I feel of you, being able to transform that whole within yourself. And, there is a lesson in here for you, obviously. You know, and especially this full moon, I did say in the intro there, it's all about planting seeds so that we can grow new things. And I feel like that's what's necessary for you here is to, you know, look at that pie. Yes, that's missing. I'm going to plant a seed so that something can grow there, you know, instead of allowing that to stay vacant within myself here. You're willing to transform this and use that energy of this missing piece of yourself, you know, to transform and evolve yourself into someone who, you know, focuses on the more positive things, focuses on the things that you do have, and how you can sort of use those things that you do have to fill the void, so to speak. I'm just wanting to grab a couple for advice for you here, Sagittarius. Advice for Sagittarius with this shadow work, please. But it is asking you to, you know, look and recognize at what you have missing, and then sort of start focusing on moving forward and filling that gap within yourself, planting new seeds here. We do see the rose and then the clover as your advice here. So, you know, the rose is letting you know here that, yeah, you can plant those seeds and you can grow beautiful roses, but don't forget, roses have thorns. You know, this is just a thorn that you've had to prick yourself with in order to have the rose. So the rose is the rest of that pie. The thorn is that missing piece. It's kind of like, you know, for a lot of you, this definitely could have to do with a romantic situation that's left you feeling, you know, a bit numb and void within yourself here. But it's all about, you know, taking chances, taking opportunities when they're offered to you, taking a bit of a risk to, you know, allow other things to fill that void, allow that void to be filled again. Okay, a lot of you are stopping yourself and saying, you know, well, I'm going to leave this spot bare within my heart forever. And you're being asked to do the opposite. You're being asked to fill it with, you know, other things that you do have, the positive that you do have in your life, the love that you do have in your life, allowing that spot to be filled. Okay, allowing the rest of that pie to fill up the gap, you know. Weird analogies coming from me today. Sorry about that. But we'll have a look here with this deck as well. Sagittarius, shadow work for Sagittarius, please. Third eye vision that says reclaim your mind. Okay, so it's all about the way that you're looking at this, the way that you're looking at this void within you. Stop looking at the void. Start looking at everything else that you do already have. Okay, so you wouldn't even notice that missing piece if the entirety of you was empty. So focusing on, you know, because I kind of feel like that's what it's asking you here, Sagittarius, that to notice that you wouldn't even notice that missing piece if the rest of you wasn't so full. Okay, so reclaiming your mind and re-looking at this, you know, changing your perspective on whatever this is for you personally. Okay, so that's what we have for you, Sagittarius. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Leave a comment, let me know how that resonates for you in your personal situation. And we'll move on to Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to know in regard to shadow work this month? Shadow work for Capricorn. Wow, the whole deck trying to... You want to know everything, Capricorn. Yes, that sounds about right. Capricorn trying to, you know, constantly move forwards and evolve and grow. Be the best version of themselves. Yeah, okay. Capricorn. Shadow work for Capricorn, please. I feel like you feel like you can take everything on, Capricorn, which, you know, pretty apt. But we do have faith. Questioning yourself, Capricorn. Why are you questioning yourself? You are... I feel like this is, for a lot of you, losing direction with something. Losing, you know, maybe a bit confused about something. Unsure what to hope for with a certain situation or something here. Questioning your faith for some of you. It definitely could be actual religious faith for some of you, spiritual faith for some of you, questioning yourself. I just feel like this is questioning yourself, questioning, can I really do this? Have I really, am I really able to do this? Am I really worthy of this? Can I really have this in my life? Clarify have faith for Capricorn with their shadow work, please. Sorry if I keep like staring off into space, guys. That's just sort of the way that I pick up messages. The sentiment I did mention in the intro, this full moon is bringing out a little bit of sentimentality. I can't even sentimental energy. And I'm picking that up here for you, Capricorn. It's kind of like you're looking back to try to look forwards, but it's not working for you. That there's like I feel like it's the looking backwards is not necessarily working for you here, Capricorn. You're trying to clarify both those first two cards for Capricorn, please. Reword it for me, please. Please reword this for me. Geez, Capricorn, you always do this to me, right? You like to have the most extensive messages here. Sometimes it's hard to pinpoint the exact messages. Please reword this message for me. Is that all? Yep. That was actually the advice Sagittarius just got. Both of them flipped out at the same time. Hang on. They kind of flew out, and like I said, they were in the exact same order as what Sagittarius just got. So I'm gonna I'm actually not going to take those because that was obviously not shuffled well enough. Please reword this message for Capricorn with their shadow work, please. Okay, so you're doing too much is what I'm kind of getting here, Capricorn, is that you're doing too much. You know, the first cards I have here, we have the fungi clarified by the clouds. The clouds does talk about overthinking things. With the fungi, it does talk about, like networking and a lot of things that are all sort of joined together and like under the surface, they're all joined together. Sometimes it can talk about people, but I feel like it's talking about your thoughts here, that you're trying to sort of network this entire pattern of thoughts. You're trying to sort of link everything up and work everything out and, have everything down to the finest little minute detail. You're going too far. You're going overboard here. You're working too hard, you're overthinking way too much. I feel like you're trying to, it's a very logical place that you're coming from here, where you are trying to sort of understand every single little facet of, you know, what's happened. I feel like straight up what's happened in the past. The next cards we have here, I have the Tower clarified by the Mirror. So we are definitely looking at, you know, you're trying to sort of work out every little facet of what's happened in the past so that you can reflect that back now to the future. And, you know, you're trying to, it's like you're going through everything in the past with a fine-tooth comb, trying to work out exactly this happened because of that, and this happened because of that, and you know you're doing too much, Capricorn. You're thinking too much into this, and I feel as though the past is not actually a reflection of the future for you here, because the future, we sort of see the abundance card here, the fish, and I feel as though the fish is, you know, it's the unknown factors in the future that no matter how much you plan things out and think every little facet through, the fish might just dart away. The more that you focus on that fish, the quicker it'll dart away. And you know, like I feel like you're just doing too much here, Capricorn. You're thinking things, trying to think into things too deeply, you're trying to put too much logic and rationality on things. Are a couple of you like me and have a strong Aries placement as well? Because we did actually get a very similar sort of message for Aries yesterday in the weekly readings. So if you do have strong Aries placements, you may want to check that one out as well. When I've asked for that to be reworded, I have the Heart, the Coffin, and then Divine Timing. So we're sort of seeing you needing to end caring about all this so much. Like, because the heart is about, you know, your heart space. So for some of you, this may have to do with a relationship because, you know, or a person, because we are seeing the mirror in the heart. So it may actually be reflecting, you know, what's happened with a person in the past, with a relationship in the past. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's a romantic relationship. It could be a family or a friend or something like that. But you're trying to dissect the past way too much here, and it's actually clouding your judgment of the future, because the future is different to the past. It's not, you know, out with the, like when I'm seeing that coffin, it's like out with the old way of looking at things, doing things, in with the new, which is have faith. The hourglass, divine timing, having faith. Everything's going to work out how you need it to. May not necessarily be how you want it to, but it is going to work out how you need it to. There is a lot of abundance for you in the future, you know, wealth and abundance. And I feel like for some of you that, you know, that some of you that is, it's not financial abundance. It's just, you know, abundance of happiness, of joy, of love, you know. But it's all about this. It's all about the having faith, Capricorn, and just trusting that the universe has a plan. Stop doing so much to dissect everything and have to understand every single little thing. Sometimes you just need to go with the flow a little bit more here, Capricorn, is what I'm sort of getting. But that is a very convoluted kind of message. But, you know, so make sure you do check your moon sign, Capricorn, if you you know, want a deeper sort of layer of message there, because that is, I do just personally feel as though that's a little bit vague or convoluted. Capricorn, what does Capricorn need to know for their shadow work? But overall, the message is sort of have faith that the universe has got your back, and let go and just go with the flow. We have sacred divinity. There are two paths ahead. Okay, so there may be a choice coming up for you here. And for a lot of you, it's about whether you're going to trust or whether you're going to keep trying to force, you know, because this energy, that if you continue this energy, it's kind of a forceful energy. And I feel like it's the wrong path for you here, Capricorn. It feels like it's not necessarily the right path for you. Because, you know, the clouds and the, you know, it creates problems. It creates reflection of your fears rather than truth and positive energy. Can I just get one more of those for Capricorn? Capricorn, what's going on for Capricorn with their shadow work, please? And, you know, understanding that you need to open up to the path of the divine. The divine is sacred in your life at the moment, that you need to accept that and you need to trust that. Open your intuition. Okay, we have the card of open intuition. Seek clarification. So, you know, it's all about trusting in your intuition, trusting in the divine, trusting in the universe, you know, God, whatever it is that you personally believe in there, trusting in divine timing, things happening for you when they need to happen, the way that they need to happen. Stop trying to dissect every little thing and work out exactly, you know, what's happened in the past to try to show you what's going to happen in the future, because it's going to be completely different. You need to just go with the flow a little bit more here, Capricorn. Yeah, so I hope that helps, you know, with your shadow work. Like I said, you're more than welcome to check your other placements if that feels a little bit unclear to you, you know, but we get what we get. Okay, but moving on to Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know in regard to shadow work? Aquarius, what does Aquarius need to know in regard to shadow work, please? We have beauty, Aquarius. So straight away, I feel as though there is a snake in this image, okay? I just want to point out that there is a little snake up here in this image with the beauty. And it's kind of like, I am hearing a few things here, that the beauty is deceptive, that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and that beauty can be deceptive, like you're being deceived by the beauty. I definitely need to clarify this energy. Yeah, I feel like it may go a few different ways for everyone within the collective here. But beauty, needing to understand beauty at a different point of reference for yourself. Understanding that beauty is a lot more than just physical beauty. That, you know, physical beauty can be deceptive and it doesn't necessarily show the truth of the person. Aquarius. Why is Aquarius seeing beauty as shadow work, please? Shadow work for Aquarius. Yeah, so we have the child first and foremost here, Aquarius. So straight up, I'm not going to lie, a couple of you are being a little bit naive and you're thinking that, oh, that person's such a beautiful person, that they could never do this, they could never do that, they would never cross my boundaries. We have the bear here as well. You're kind of trying to protect somebody that you're like, they're so beautiful, they would never do that, and you are trying to protect them. But I hate to break it to you here, Aquarius, but they may very well have done that. Their beauty is deceiving you, that they're not necessarily as beautiful as they seem. And I'm getting this on multiple levels too, that this I feel like for a lot of you, this is someone in your energy that you see them as beautiful. You see them as pure and sweet and kind and lovely. They would never do that. They would never do that. They would never cross anyone's boundaries. They would never, you know, use their, you know, what's the phrase that I'm getting there? It's they would never use their power for evil kind of thing. But I feel like they might be. You're being a little bit naive and innocent when it comes to this person, that you're seeing them, that's the version of them that you see. That's not necessarily the truth of who they are, or how they are towards others. Okay. It's kind of this energy of like someone's telling you, oh, XYZ was being, really rude to me, and they were being really horrible to me. And then you turning around protecting your friend going, no, XYZ would never be like that. Maybe you misunderstood something. I'm sure it was all a misunderstanding, but it wasn't. They were being mean to this person. They were being horrible, Um, the vision of them that you hold is not the same as what everyone else sees. I kind of feel that this person is they act one way with you to their truth, that that's not the full truth of who they are, that you're seeing, it's kind of like you're giving them the benefit of the doubt, but yeah. And because I am feeling that this is going to impact you as well, that you need to be aware of this because of this bear energy, that you're trying to protect your image of this person, because you're once again, it is coming through a little bit here that you're being a little bit innocent and naive to this person's wicked ways or their charms that they're using against people, and you're kind of like, with that bear energy here, it's kind of like you're either standing up for something that is wrong or not right. It's not necessarily wrong, but it's not right. Like that example I just sort of said a minute ago, but for some of you, this could affect you more personally as well. Like this person may actually, cross your boundaries, and you're like, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that. But because you're looking at them so innocently and sweetly, it allows them to take advantage of you a little bit here. The best thing for you to do, I am sort of clearly seeing here that there is a need for you with your shadow work to really, really embrace this bear energy with absolutely everyone. Okay, no matter how you perceive people in your life, whether you think that is a really great, honest, trustworthy person, that you need to be very firm with your boundaries. You need to have a clear understanding of, standing in your own power and making sure that you have your own boundaries very nice and firm, understanding what those boundaries are, and, making them known to, everyone in your life, not just the people that you see as trying to push on those boundaries, but to everyone, making those boundaries very, very clear. Because, we do see that standing up for yourself and standing strong and powerful in your own energy here, we do see the key energy here. So the key energy does let us know that, if you continue down this path, you may miss opportunities that are meant to be for you. Because I'm feeling that you sitting in this energy of the child energy, being very sweet and innocent and trying to not think badly of anyone. I'm kind of getting this energy of they might take one of your opportunities, an opportunity that should be yours may actually, they may take that, and that may be the boundary that's crossed for some of you here, that they may take that as their own and say, oh, that's okay, Aquarius, you don't need that, I'm going to have that. But it's something that you want. So standing up for yourself and standing strong and firm with what your boundaries are to everyone in your life, regardless of how much you think they're an awesome person. That is what brings success to you. Okay. So really working on your boundaries at the moment and understanding, having a clear understanding of what your boundaries are, and not allowing naivety or innocence or, trying to think the best of people. Just being very aware that, rather than thinking the best of people, having clear boundaries with everybody across the board, regardless of how much you trust and care for people, that you still need those boundaries. You need to protect yourself first and foremost, okay? Aquarius, what does Aquarius need to know for their shadow work, please? Meditation. Improvements require persistence. Yeah, so, needing to stand strong and firm with those boundaries and be persistent at it, standing strong persistently and persistence in the sense that it's everyone. You're having boundaries with everyone. You're not allowing anyone to borrow money. You're not allowing anyone to, if you're feeling bad about it, say, I'm sorry, I've set this boundary where, I'm not going to lend anybody any money. So, as much as I would love to lend you money right now, I'm not going to do that because I have, made this a rule just within myself. I'm not doing that. Okay, so that may be useful to you as well. Persistence, but also meditation may bring some answers for you at the moment as well. Third eye vision, reclaiming your mind. So yeah, being strong and powerful within your own self, knowing exactly, what you will and will not stand for, okay? And also just being very aware that, you're being a little bit too trusting, I feel, Aquarius. Just be aware of that, okay? Just keep that in mind. But you are more than welcome to check your other placements to get a bit of a deeper layer into the reading there. But for now, we will move on over to our Pisces. Okay, so moving on to Pisces. How are we, Pisces? All right, Pisces, what does Pisces need to know in regard to shadow work this month? Shadow work for our Pisces. I actually had this exact same card for Aquarius. We have beauty. Okay. Now, I will point out to you as well here, Pisces, we do have a snake up in the corner of this beauty energy. So it does, and being a shadow work message, it does sort of show us a little bit of, deceptive beauty kind of energy, that beauty's in the eye of the beholder, that there may be something deceptive about beauty, and true beauty shines from within, not externally. So we'll have a look into that and see what's going on here for you, Pisces. I am straight away feeling that it's a bit different to what we saw for Aquarius here. Pisces, why does Pisces need to see beauty as their shadow work? Shadow work messages for Pisces, please. Okay, so first and foremost, we do have the clover coming through here. So straight away that is sort of letting me know that you're kind of needing to take more of a chance on yourself, Pisces. I feel like this is energy around your self-reflection, feeling as though you are not meeting some beauty standard that you're setting for yourself. Okay, that you're kind of telling yourself that you're not meeting the standard that you wish to meet, or that you're not as physically attractive as you want to be, or feeling self-esteem stuff kind of thing, taking a bit more of a risk to on yourself, taking a chance on yourself here. The second card we have is the fox energy, which is all about the self, and standing strong in your own energy, and seeing the beauty in I'm kind of getting straight away here, it's all about seeing the beauty in your own intelligence, and the way that you are very independent, and the way that you look after yourself. It's kind of like you're seeing beauty in a way where you have a very set perspective on what beauty means, and you're telling yourself that you don't fit that ideal. Whereas we are seeing this message here of asking you to focus a little bit more on your own survival here. Tell yourself what you need to hear in order to believe it, that you're taking a chance on yourself and taking a chance in believing in yourself a little bit more here. Understanding that, within the story of your life here, Pisces, we also have the book. Okay, so it's kind of, with both the book and the fox, it's showing me very clearly that your inner knowledge and your personal knowledge is great. You're a very intelligent, educated sort of person here, Pisces, and you're not giving yourself credit for that. You're not. It's like, and there's an element here too of not doing your research, not priding yourself more on learning more about what beauty actually is to you. Okay, and not seeing, like, because I feel like for a lot of you it's needing to take the risk on educating yourself further about some things here. And the fox is actually a very beautiful energy. Like, foxes are, one of the most beautiful spiritual sort of creatures in the world. They're the shapeshifters in Japanese mythology. They're the kitsune energy, where it's the woman that can turn into a fox kind of thing, and be cunning and stealthy, and you're not giving yourself credit for the way that you can shift and adapt. You're not giving yourself credit for the way that you do have this raw natural beauty. Okay, it's a really raw, natural kind of wild, untamed beauty, and you're seeing beauty in very it's just feeling as though this is all your self-worth, Pisces, that needing to just look a little bit closer at within yourself and learn more about, the positive things about yourself, even research yourself from an outsider's perspective, and take into view that wild, untamed beauty that you do have. Okay. For some of you, I am picking up, red hair as well. And there may be some stuff going on with the traditional beauty standards, and telling yourself that red hair is just not as beautiful as other hair colors, because this particular card, she does have the reddish, brownish, blondish colored hair, that russet sort of colored hair, and the fox quite often is people with red hair as well. So for some of you, the self-esteem issues may be sort of related to red hair in some way or as well. But it's learning more, educating yourself more about what is beauty. I feel like for some of you, there's this need to explore. I'm getting like references to history as well here. So looking at yourself through the lens of, like, if I was born in the 1800s, maybe I fit that perception of beauty. If I was born in the 1200s, maybe I fit that perception of beauty. I feel like there's because I am sort of getting that there's this that there's a goddess or something from history that you're needing to learn a little bit more about, and finding the beauty in that helps you find the beauty in yourself. Also, just that intelligence of your own, and the way that you're very independent and you can take care of yourself, like, learning more about how that is actually like such a quality that is wanted by a lot of people, and you appear to have this, okay, and you're not seeing these qualities about yourself, that you're not taking a chance on yourself, you're not taking a chance to to actually understand your own inner beauty here, Pisces. Okay, Pisces. What does Pisces need to know in regard to shadow work? Align your universe. Okay, so that one's all about navigating distractions, aligning yourself, balancing yourself, balancing your ideals here. Do you really want to look like a supermodel? Like, is that really who you are? I don't feel like it is, Pisces, that, that these distractions, I'm hearing Instagram for someone here too, that, looking at Instagram or looking at, famous, perfect, filtered images of people is distracting you from, aligning with your true soul purpose here, your true beauty. It's actually distracting you and steering you off course. Okay, so it's unbalancing you. We also have spirit messages coming through as well, which is about observing your limitations. So, accepting that, in this lifetime, if everyone looked the same, how boring would that Barbie world be? And even then, have you seen Barbie? All the Barbies are different, and the ones that end up being, the mentors, or the ones that end up being the ones that are looked up to and asked for advice and revered in their uniqueness, are the ones that are the most unique, the ones that are, the craziest looking, the ones that may not fit into the traditional Barbie stereotypical look. They're the ones that, end up being the clue to the knowledge, if that makes sense. And that's kind of what's going on here for you, Pisces. Like, for some of you, the Barbie movie, I feel like the Barbie movie, if you haven't seen it, it may be really good for you to actually go and watch that movie, here, Pisces, because, other than the fact that it is a really good movie, it is actually really, really good. I really enjoyed that movie. All right. So, and it's got a lot of hidden gems in that movie. There's a lot of underlying knowledge that pretty much everyone gains something from that movie. I really highly suggest it. Highly recommend it for you guys there, especially with that issue coming up for you at the moment, Pisces, questioning your own beauty, and putting yourself to unrealistic beauty standards. Take a chance on yourself. Take a chance on the fact that you may just very well be beautiful, regardless of whether you believe it or not. You may actually be beautiful. All right. So that's what we've got for you, Pisces. As always, more than welcome to check your other placements, get an extra layer of info there. We'll move over to our Aries. Okay, Aries. Aries, what does Aries need to be aware of for shadow work, please? Shadow work for our Aries. Shadow work for Aries. Okay, it's asking me to shuffle them the other way, which is super difficult. They're like, I can only just hold them the other way. I don't know why it wants me to shuffle them sideways, because that is like painful. Aries. Okay, whatever. Aries. I know we had a rough weekly reading for you, Aries. Hopefully we can, get an extra layer of info for you with what's going on. 2 actually came out. So I did see what this is in regard to for a lot of you, because we do have the procrastination card coming through. The other card that sort of popped on out was the love energy. So for quite a lot of you, there is this energy of you procrastinating about love specifically. We are just going to roll with procrastination in general, but I do feel that for a lot of you, this is specific to love and, accepting love, giving love, understanding something about love. You're kind of trying to distract yourself. And this is, part of, for a lot of you, why you're in that masculine energy, why you are sort of stuck in your thoughts and trying to be logical and rational about everything. It's a form of procrastination. It's a form of, you're in denial a little bit here, that if I don't think about it, it doesn't exist. If I, if I push it from my mind, if I do everything possible to, only focus on reality and whatnot, then I don't need to think about this more emotional stuff, which is, love comes from emotional areas. It comes from the heart space, and it's kind of the opposite to the masculine energy. It's very emotional and nurturing and in love, whereas your brain tries to control love, control our emotions. Okay, so we'll have a look here. What for some of you, you may be just procrastinating in general, not making a choice that you need to make with your, career, your family, whatever it is for you, because, love can be a lot more than just romantic love as well. It can be, your love for your job, your love for your family, your love for money, whatever it is for you, Aries here, your love for that particular sport. I'm hearing skating for someone there. Okay, Aries. What does Aries need to know in regard to shadow work? Shadow work for Aries, please. Sorry for the weird faces here, Aries. We have the Mountain first and foremost. This is why we're procrastinating, because we know that it takes work. We know that, if we are going to face something, it's going to take work. We're going to have to be determined and persevere and slug it out a little bit. So what you're kind of doing, we have the mountain here. So, to climb to the top of the mountain, that's a bit of effort, right? That's a bit of work you've got to put in. You've got to be very determined to, once you start climbing, to not look back and go back to and fall back down that hill, that you need to, keep walking, keep climbing, keep walking, keep climbing until you get to the top. When you get to the top, you're going to be able to see your way clear for miles, and you'll know the quickest way back down that mountain. And the mountain, from the top of the mountain doesn't look like a problem, a challenge anymore. But when you're at the bottom of the mountain and you're looking up at that mountain going, wow, I don't know if I can climb this mountain. I don't know if I can do that. I'm just going to, I'm going to pick some flowers at the bottom of the mountain instead of actually starting to climb. Should be time to climb that mountain. I'm just going to sit here and, have a drink of water first. And then, I've had my drink of water. You know what? I'm just going to pitch a tent and just hang out here and just camp here. Instead of starting that climb just yet, I'm just going to put it off. And you find yourself just wallowing around the bottom of the mountain, not actually taking it on, not taking on the challenge, not allowing this obstacle to stay in your way. You're never going to get to the other side of that mountain if you stay right here. And never actually start walking, never actually start climbing. You're procrastinating, taking on a challenge, taking on something that is going to, be hard work to get over this obstacle. For a lot of you, it is with love as well, I feel. We have the fungi as well, which I'm getting dual messages here. I'm hearing to tell you, to remind you, Aries, that where do mushrooms grow? They grow in the darkest places. They grow from the rot at the bottom. Okay, so we see the potential here for, no matter how, you're at the bottom of this mountain rolling around in the muck, all right, but there is the potential for beautiful things to grow from that. that, you know, you may feel as though this is all a challenge, that it's all just muck, that things are so rotten and destroyed that nothing can possibly grow from that. It's just an obstacle. Definitely can get growth from that. From, you know, even if it's rotted and decayed, beautiful things can still grow. There is, I am just picking up for a lot of you, this is to do with a connection. Can I just clarify for Aries if this has got to do with a specific connection for Aries, please? I feel like a lot of you it does. At the bottom of the deck, we have the cross, which is about having faith in something, having faith that, yeah, you know, useful things can grow from muck. You know, mushrooms are multifunctional. They can bring a lot of different energies in. They can bring in, you know, that psychedelic energy where things are so insane that it's like amazing, or it's scary, or it's both, or it's, you know, I'm getting that energy from this, that it's like, you know, that this is something that is like, it has the potential to be super amazing and enlightening for you, but it's also got a lot of, oh my gosh, this is so scary, I don't know what to do, should I call an ambulance, am I dying, am I, you know, that kind of energy. But you know, they can be food, they can be useful, they can be actual, you know, sustenance to carry you through this life. You know, for a lot of you, it may have to do with an actual connection. For some of you, we have the birds and the house here clarifying this as a connection. So it's something that, you know, it's kind of like this energy of, you know, with the birds, that's all about conversations. So for some of you, that obstacle may be having a conversation, but you know, it's all about stability and security. You know, for some of you, this has got to do with, you know, your sense of family. So it may be your actual family, it may be your sense of family, that, you know, somebody feels like home. I do feel as though there's a person. I'm just sort of, it's no clear cards showing me a person here, but I am still getting very intuitively that there may, for a lot of you, be a person connected to all this, because, you know, a lot of the time, you know, we can have conversations with ourselves about, you know, where is my heart truly lie, where, you know, what feels like home to me. But I am feeling that for some of you, it's family, or someone that feels like family, someone that you want to start a family with. You may already have a family with. And it feels like it's currently in that muck, and you're trying to work out, how do I climb this giant mountain and allow something to grow from the muck. It is kind of what I'm getting here. We also have the garden. Okay, so there is a very social kind of energy here as well. So this, for some of you, this may involve more than just one person. It may be like a group of people, you know, with the fungi, you know, but once again, with that fungi, the fungi usually, it can talk about a group, but you know, like teamwork, because all the mushrooms, they're actually interconnected. They have this interesting system with that they can kind of talk to each other. But I am feeling that this is just, you know, 1, 2 for majority of you here, that it's like that it's just letting us know that you, that extra layer there, that you have an underground connection here with this other person, that you know, there's like a connection between you both in the energy, rather than you know, and some of you, that connection is in the muck, literally. Like you may both have had very similar, you know, experiences. You've both come from similar backgrounds, experienced, you know, similar traumatic things, those sorts of things as well. But, you know, the garden can talk about, you know, you're wanting to meet this person, you're wanting to date this person. We have, that is a date. That is my date card, going on a date, meeting up with someone, meeting someone halfway. You know, it could just be meeting up for a coffee. It could be taking them out on a date. You know, it could be meeting someone in a social situation, where you are wanting to, you know, for some of you, it may be a group. I am still getting singular, but you know, if that's someone family related, it may be, you know, meeting them at a family event, meeting up with them, you know, as family situation kind of thing for some of you there, wanting to invite them somewhere, go to an event with this person, all those sorts of things coming through here. Just quickly, advice for Aries here. Advice for Aries, other than, you know, just start climbing that mountain. Advice for Aries, please. We have the Mirror, Aries. Once again, that's as above, so below. It's you know, with this connection, you mirror each other. Your light mirrors their dark. Their dark mirrors your light. This person may be very triggering. They may be a reflection of you yourself. They may, you know, there is a link here between you and this person. It's like looking yourself in the mirror kind of energy. You know, I feel obviously not physically. You know, everyone looks different, but they may have very similar qualities to you. Like I was saying with that fungi energy there, that it may be, you know, you both have very similar experiences, and it literally is like, you know, looking in the reverse image of your own life with this person. So your advice is I'm hearing, can you look yourself in the mirror if you never take the first step up this mountain? If you never put in the hard work, if you keep procrastinating, can you truly look yourself in the mirror? I'm hearing that. And like, and I'm also hearing like, because I'm seeing, you know, with this image of the mirror, you see how it's like half dark, half light. I'm seeing this image of like a mirror broken in half, and it's like, how can you see yourself clearly when you're not allowing it to, when you're not seeing the whole? You know, I'm kind of getting, because I am getting two sides of the same coin kind of energy, where it's like, you know, I'm seeing a broken mirror, and then I'm seeing you kind of like, how can you ever see yourself clearly in just half? You can only see half. You know, you need to bring both pieces together to see the full image, is kind of what I'm getting there. Okay, we'll have a look at this deck as well. Aries, what's going on for Aries with their shadow work, please? Shadow work messages for Aries. Celestial Gatekeeper. There's a bird image once again, Aries. There is definitely the want or the need for a conversation, a big D&M with someone here. Timing is critical. I'm kind of hearing now or never. Timing is critical, now or never. We're also having the Galactic Healer. Move forward with an open mind. Yeah, so now or never. With an open mind, now or never. Take the opportunity. You know, stop procrastinating. Do it, like, take the forward action, moving forwards here. Stop procrastinating about this, Aries. Okay? Asking yourself, why am I procrastinating? And is it fear that's holding me back at the bottom of this mountain? Am I scared of a bit of hard work? Oh, I feel like that got a couple of you revved up then when I said that. Are you scared of the hard work, Aries? Pay attention when something triggers you. Pay attention to that, because there's a reason that you react. You know, when something does trigger you, there's a reason, a deeper meaning, and you know, sometimes it's truth. All right, but you are more than welcome to check your other placements. Being the full moon, your moon sign is probably quite a good one to check. But we'll move on to Taurus. Okay, Taurus. Shadow work for Taurus. What does Taurus need to know in regard to shadow work, please? Shadow work for Taurus. Family and tribe. Won't be a moment, Taurus. I can just, talking about family and tribe, my son is just calling out to me, so I won't be a sec. Okay, sorry about that, Taurus. So, obviously, yeah, I've dealt with my family, my tribe, right for a second. Why are we seeing this for you with your shadow work, Taurus? There's some underlying issues with the family dynamic, family scenarios. For a lot of you, I'm just sort of picking up that for a lot of you, this might be going back to childhood issues that I might be picking up on here. We'll have a look. Okay, Taurus. Shadow work for Taurus, please. Why are we seeing family and tribe for Taurus shadow work? Clarify those two cards. Clarify that middle card. Clarify the last card, please. Clarify the third card for Taurus. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I wasn't wrong about the whole childhood energy popping in there when it comes to family stuff. I am firstly seeing the birds, okay, which does talk about, conversations that I feel like needing to happen, whether this be just, having a big D&M with yourself or the need to have some sort of conversation with somebody else about your family, about this stuff that's popping up for you here, Taurus. Because I'm also picking up that for a couple of you, this is maybe actually asking you to, start having conversations with, a psychologist or something along those lines as well, because the next card I do have is the cat energy. All right, so the cat energy, for someone out there within the Taurus energy, this could be, someone that you haven't met yet, a stranger, someone that you feel like they're a stranger to you. So I am picking up that stranger. If it's a stranger, they may be, a psychologist. You may be needing to go and seek some therapy. Find someone, in a professional sense to actually talk to. Okay, but for others of you, this is referring to some issues within yourself about your own, your own independence. Is what I'm getting, because that was clarified by the fox. Okay, so and what do we see with cats? Okay, cats are very interesting because, if you try to go and pat a cat, 9 times out of 10 it will bolt and it won't allow you to, just come up and pat it. But then if you allow it to come to you, usually it's fine, right? And the fox is a very similar energy in the sense that they're very independent. They do things for themselves. So for some of you, this may be referring to somebody around you that is, they fit that sort of dynamic. They're a very independent, self-sufficient type of person who, they're probably someone who says what you need to hear, kind of thing. They'll say what you need to hear from, from a situation. So talking things through with them may be actually very useful to you. But they may be also that sort of person that you have to approach them and approach certain issues very tentatively, or I'm just sort of getting that they may not want to broach certain subjects, but if you bring it up, then it's different kind of energy is what I'm kind of getting there. But it does feel as though this person is very cats are very loving as well. They can be very loving, and you know, it is coming through as a sort of positive energy. So if this is someone else around you, you know, it does sort of show us that you may need to, you know, rely on that person, rely on their support, talk to them about what's going on for you with you know, family related issues here. Um, but for others of you, this is someone, you know, others of you again, you know, I'm picking up on the psychologist, I'm picking up on someone around you, but I'm also picking up on this being you, that you are someone who, you know, acts a little bit like a cat and, you know, doesn't like to be touched unless you initiate it. And, you know, you feel as though you're a little bit maybe standoffish with people. You're very independent and used to doing things for yourself, so it's hard for you to rely on other people here. You know, and I am picking up that this is specifically to do with a family issue with this snake energy. Okay, and that was clarified by the child, which is kind of telling me that there's that's got to do with your childhood. Straight up, I'm kind of feeling for a lot of you that this is something that's happened in your childhood. This snake energy is showing us something that has happened in your childhood. Some sort of betrayal or deception that has occurred when you were a child. And keeping in mind that, you know, when it comes to childhood trauma and family trauma, childhood can be anywhere from baby to, you know, 18, 19 even. It spans quite a distance here. It's not necessarily just outright childhood per se, you know, like teenage years and young adulthood even. Our child, you're still in that childlike sense of mind, and, you know, looking, especially when it comes to parental issues. You know, for a lot of, I'm picking up that for some of you, this may be an issue to do with a parent. Okay, just extra clarification on what exactly is that snake energy bringing to light for Taurus here, please. Yeah, it's we've got the ship and the crossroads here, so it's something that has, you know, the way that you approach life, you maybe have tried to, you know, move away from your issues, you know, make choices away, you know, make the opposite choices to what have been made in the past. You've kind of tried to really travel a different path to you know, what you were shown as a childhood, like within your childhood here, that you understanding that you're on a totally different path. Your journey is kind of different to where you've been, but a lot of your decisions and your journeys in this life are actually heavily impacted by whatever's happened in your childhood here. For some of you, this may be, you know, the deception, the betrayal may have actually had something to do with someone making a certain decision, or someone, because with the ship, I'm picking up that you know, that it's supposed to be a part of the ship, right? Your family, your tribe is supposed to be, you know, that's part of the ship. But I am picking up, you know, with the deception and the betrayal, it's like they made a different choice. They didn't take you on this journey. So I am picking that up for some of you here, that may somehow have something to do with what's going on for you here, Taurus. Advice for Taurus as to why Taurus needs to know about this, please. Yeah, okay. We have the stork here, so it needs to it's just stirring you up. It's getting you thinking. It's getting you understanding things in a different way, stirring up a lot of energy within your life and taking you in new directions. You know, it's kind of like the ideas, you know, it's giving you ideas on how things through your childhood have affected you as an adult, and learning how to, go, come up with new ways of approaching things. We also have the cross. So it's kind of like, it's giving you this this opportunity to release those burdens that you've been carrying when it comes to family and tribe. You may have felt as though you've needed to carry this weight or carry responsibility on your shoulders quite heavily here, Taurus, but it's all kind of, having faith that everything has happened for a reason. This is unfortunately, it sounds very trite when I say this sometimes, but this is part of your destiny. You were destined to go through these experiences so you can sort of learn and experience and grow within your own soul here. Understand family in a new kind of way for yourself, rather than feeling stuck to, a certain responsibility or a certain ideal that you may have been shown in childhood. To, family is what you make it, okay? Trust me, I'm someone that's like, family is not always blood, okay? Family is what you make of it. Taurus, shadow work for Taurus, please. Yeah, so we have this cosmic ancestors card. So once again, a reference to family. Voice your concerns. So, we do see that bird's energy, talking about it. For some of you, you may even be facing the person that you're feeling, has left you, made choices, deceived you in some way, betrayed you in some way. You may even be facing that person, voicing your concerns directly to them for some of you here. For others of you, this is all about, understanding that this is partly to do with, like I was saying with that cross energy, it's part of your destiny. It's kind of like breaking the ancestral burdens kind of thing here, that you're breaking that cycle. You're breaking those patterns that family may have placed on you here. We also have ground your light. Let your soul shine, Taurus. This feels so apt for you this week. Let your soul shine. Okay, anyone that follows my Insta, I did actually put on my Instagram stories just yesterday or the day before. If anyone tries to, dull your shine, if something about, if anyone tries to dull your shine, burn brighter, baby, or something like that, I put on there because, it was a phrase that I've been talking about this week with my Taurus sister. Shine, just keep on shining. Even if it's to spite people, shine brighter. Okay, even if your shine, if other people are scared of or intimidated by your shine, F them, shine brighter, burn brighter, baby. Let your soul shine, and grounding yourself. There may be that may be useful to you as well, grounding your energy within, nature or something like that as well. Okay, so that's what we have for you, Taurus. What an interesting message, because it does actually, it very muchly reflects some stuff that I know has been, conversations that I've been having with my sister this week. So I love that when things we've talked about, get double confirmed from the universe there. It's very interesting to me. But let me know in the comments how that resonates for you in your personal situation as well. Okay, but we'll move on to Gemini. Okay, shadow work for our Geminis. Shadow work for Gemini, please. Sorry about the background noise, Gemini. I do have my son home with me today. We do have say what you mean. Mean what you say. Say what you mean. Why are you not being fully honest? Is it to yourself or to others around you? Why are you putting on a bit of a mask, not saying what you truly mean? You may be For some of you, I feel like you're unaware of this, that you are deflecting away from the truth with certain things and certain people, and you're not saying the full entirety of what you actually mean. You're kind of saying things and hoping people kind of understand the full weight of the message, but you're not actually being forthcoming with what you're truly trying to say to them. Gemini, shadow work for Gemini, please. I have the Fish coming out first here. So this is like abundance and wealth and financial constraints coming through here, that you are needing to really, look at what's going on for you financially at the moment here, Gemini. And why are you, once again, why are you not being fully truthful with yourself about what's going on for yourself financially? I kind of feel that's talking about, because it has come out with the Heart here. And the Heart is like, that you have a lot more emotions, and, it's kind of like you're telling yourself, oh, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, but you're not saying what you truly mean. You're not saying it's not good enough. It's not what I want more. You're not happy with something here. And for a lot of you, this is financially connected, work connected, abundance connected. For some of you, you're feeling as though you're not getting enough love from the people that you expect to give you love, but you're not being blatantly clear with them about that. We do see you here in the Fox energy as well, Gemini, that you're acting very like you're trying to be, once again, it's very similar to that say what you mean energy. The Fox energy is somebody that they'll say what they think the person wants to hear rather than the full truth. And that's kind of what you're doing. You're kind of sitting there telling everyone, oh yeah, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. But it's not fine. Why are you not saying what you truly mean? That, oh, it's fine, but this is going on for me. It's fine, but I have some financial concerns. I have some concerns I'm not getting enough of what I need in this life. You're not being fully transparent. You're not being very forthcoming. You're trying to hide a little bit here from the full truth, the full extent of how you feel. Clarify why is Gemini doing this, please? You're just trying to get along with everyone. You're trying to, we have the Garden clarifying why you're doing that. So you're trying to, be the person you think everyone wants you to be. You're trying to be, you're trying to meet everyone else halfway, but you're not allowing them to meet you halfway kind of energy. You're too focused on other people, what other people think, what other people want, than your own true self here. You're not paying attention to your truth, Gemini. Advice for Gemini with this situation, please. Stop holding back. We have the Anchor here, which is, it can be like getting weighed down, held back, stuck energy. Stop holding back. You don't need to be so reliable, so dependable. You can be reliable and dependable without allowing that to pull you to the bottom of the ocean here. You can be the person that they depend on without dragging yourself to the bottom of the ocean, without being stuck. Okay, you need to allow yourself to roam free. We have the Astral card there. Follow your own dreams. you know, pick yourself up off the ocean floor and fly high into the sky. It's like, you know, allow your dreams to flourish and allow yourself to dream. You know, you're kind of holding yourself back from even dreaming of what you truly want here, your own truth. You're hiding from the truth of yourself a little bit here, Gemini, that you're you know, you're not saying what you truly mean. And I feel like not even to yourself. And I feel like there's this energy of, you know, money and love at the moment, career and love. You know, for some of you, this is career and love, rather than, you know, outright money. There's some stuff that you feel as though you're not actually getting your true wishes met here, and you're kind of just going, that'll do, you know, I'll just put up with it kind of energy. As long as everyone else is happy, I'll just deal with it. But that's not the truth of you. That's not following your truth here, Gemini. So this is asking you to look at all those things within your shadow work at the moment. Why are you doing that, and why are you holding yourself back? Okay, Gemini, what does Gemini need to know in regard to their shadow work, please? Ground your light. Let your soul shine. Okay. Let your soul shine. Let your truth out. Let your true desires, your dreams, you know, allow them in and allow yourself to go for it. All right. Shine that light. This is my truth. This is what I want. This is what I believe, you know. Stop hiding. Okay. Galactic healer. Move forward with an open mind. Okay, so moving forward for yourself with an open mind here as well. That being open to, you know, dream big, be open to, you know, think bigger and look for what you're truly wanting here, rather than, you know, what everyone else around you wants. Seeking your own truth here and finding that for yourself as well, Gemini. So that's what we have for you, Gemini. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course, but we will move on over to our Cancers. Okay, Cancer. What does Cancer need to know in regard to shadow work? Okay, shadow work for Cancer. Shadow work for Cancer, please. Ooh, got this one for Capricorn as well. Have faith. Okay, so if you do have strong Capricorn placements, there may be something for you in that particular reading as well. Okay, Capricorn. See, no. Cancer. Yeah, okay. Capricorn is actually your opposite, Cancer, as well. So you and Capricorn are very, you know, flip sides of the same coin. Capricorn is seen to be very non-emotional, and you guys are, you know, supposedly the most emotional, you know, of the zodiac there. So you and Capricorn actually work really well in sync together. So if you do have strong Capricorn placements, those placements actually do work really well, you know, like batting off each other. You know, Cancer and Capricorn are very, very well aligned, you know, so you may have someone that you know is a Capricorn or something like that as well, and you and that person being very aligned as well. You know, obviously I keep talking about Capricorn and I'm actually trying to talk about Cancer, but we'll have a look here at what's going on specifically here, Cancer. I'm biased. I'm a Capricorn, guys, so I am a bit biased here. Okay. Cancer. Cancer, what's going on for Cancer? Shadow work for Cancer, please. I do kind of want to ask you the same question I asked Capricorn. clarify, please. Shadow work for Cancer. Clarify. So the question I was going to ask you here, why are you struggling with having faith that something is going to happen? Why are you confused? Why are you feeling lost and confused and struggling to believe? Is it believing in yourself? Is it believing that you're worthy? Is it believing that something is possible? What is it for you, Cancer? We do see the key coming through first and foremost. The middle card we have is the coffin. Okay, so we do see, when I see that, the coffin is all about death and rebirth. Okay, so when we do see the key right before the coffin, we're seeing a lost opportunity, an opportunity that is over or finished, or you think it's ended, that kind of thing. Because the key is all about, or like a success, something that was successful that has ended, that cycle has ended, that opportunity has ended. The key is all about, successful opportunities. The coffin ends things, closes out cycles, so that energy can go, into a rebirth here. So you've lost your faith in something. You've lost your faith in something. You're feeling as though an opportunity has been lost. Something that could have been quite successful, and you've lost, or you ended that cycle. You've lost that opportunity. We are questioning the rebirth here. The rebirth here, we have the fungi coming through. Connection. This is all about, a rebirth of connection. When I've asked for clarification, I have the garden and the letter, which is pretty much an invitation. Those two together usually talk about an invitation outright, some sort of invitation. It could be like a social invite. It could be some sort of social communication, like planning a date, making a date, planning a get-together, planning an event, being invited to a social event, a public event. So this rebirth is asking for an invitation. Could be asking somebody out on a date. Because the rebirth is wanting to rebirth this connection that has been lost to you. Having faith that this can be rebirthed. Advice for Cancer, please. And needing more clarity on that fungi card specifically, please. Okay, so clarity on the fungi card, we have the lily. So this is a connection. It's very the potential for emotional intimacy, the potential for this to be long term. So I do feel that for a lot of you, it's the same opportunity. It's the same. It's sometimes that coffin can talk about brand new energy, but it's feeling like it's the same energy, that it's just transforming, or something that has been a cycle that has ended in the past, or a connection that has ended in the past or been lost to you in the past. You're trying to rebirth that same connection, and because it's something that you feel as though, whether intuitively or what, there's something about this connection that it's long term. It's like it's end game. It's your end game connection. You're wanting to invite this person back into your life. You're wanting to reach out to them and ask them, come out on a date with me kind of energy. You know, I want us to be emotionally intimate, and I want us to build a future together. You have faith that this connection is the connection for you. I'm straight away feeling that for a lot of you, this is like a love connection. We do have the city and the scythe as your advice there. Get moving. Both of those talk about, you know, getting moving, get busy with it. Na, 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 na. That's get jiggy with it, isn't it? Not get busy with it. But the scythe energy, make the change. Unexpected changes. Suddenly, you know, choosing to suddenly break away from that ending and move forward in the new beginning. I'm done with this being over. I'm done with this being finished and closed off to me. I'm done with this being lost to me. I need to get busy with it and make a change here. And, you know, invite this person out, take this person, you know, to a place, an event, meet up with this person, have a coffee with this person, take this person on a date. I'm kind of getting a very straightforward message here. The hidden energy on the bottom, we have the flowers. You want to give your all. You want to receive back from this. We have the clover, taking a chance, taking a risk on this. And we have the sun, revealing all, and you know, seeking happiness and love. Oh my gosh, the heart and eternal love. Yeah, okay. So pretty straightforward there, Cancer. You know, if that's not for you, you may want to check your other placements, of course. But we'll have a look with this deck as well. Cancer, what does Cancer need to know in regard to their shadow work, please? Hidden realms. Create conscious awareness. Yeah, you create conscious awareness. I want this back in my life. I want this for long term. Conscious awareness, that fungi energy, that connection, that I want to work as a team. I want to rebuild this because, you know, fungi grows from the rot and decay. So you know, even with that, what we've seen, you know, the coffin energy, the fungi literally grows from the coffin. You know, from what's dead and, you know, rotting in the leaves rotting at the bottom. That's where the mushrooms grow from, and they can be a lot of things. They can be, you know, psychedelic. It's scary at the same time, but geez, this could be, you know, opening you to a whole new realm, huge new realms, hidden realms, creating conscious awareness within yourself and this situation, that you want this situation long term. Emotional challenges as well here. Okay, resolve the issue. Get busy with it. Come on in with that sudden change out of nowhere for some of you, an impulsive decision to resolve the issue. Okay, whatever has died and ended, decayed, rotted out there, it can grow again, and it can be a beautiful connection again. It can be, you know, food source for the rest of your life here. Okay, I feel like that's the most Spirit trying to push this message onto me the most out of all the ones we've seen so far today. So, you know, that's the most, I don't know how to explain it. It's like Spirit is just like, the universe is just like, this is the message, whoosh, you know, like forceful, a bit forceful with the energy of that message, you know, it coming outwardly there. So very interesting, Cancer. You know, let me know in the comments if you resonate with that message. Feel free to check your other placements, of course. I'm just going to pause quickly, and then we will move on over to our Leos. Okay, Leo, what does Leo need to know for their shadow work? Shadow work for Leo, please. Shadow work for Leo. Got that full moon energy. Ooh, love this for you. Wild. Okay, I want to say, why are you not going wild? Why are you not letting your wild side out? Um, we'll have a look here, but I am sort of feeling as though you're restraining yourself too much, Leo. You're not, allowing yourself to be wild. This is coming through as your shadow work. So there's this wild side of you that is, because I'm kind of just getting here that the more that you repress this, the more that it's going to come out impulsively or in ways that you don't want it to. So needing to sort of, you're trying to control it too much. You're not allowing it out at all. And that's going to, come out without you wanting it to if you don't allow it out, is what I'm picking up. But we'll have a look here. Leo, what's going on for Leo with their shadow work, please? Yeah, seeing a lot of control. You're controlling yourself too much. One more, please. Yeah. So this is, it is definitely coming through as a bit of a warning here, Leo, because, firstly I have the mountain and the moon. Okay, so that's kind of what you're struggling with. This is what you're trying to contain, I feel. And then we do see the letter, all right, and the whip. All right, so the whip is where we're going to have this come out without us wanting it to come out, if we don't sort of release it, carefully first, is kind of what I'm getting. Because, with the mountain is all about obstacles. So this is obstacles within you. You're seeing your wild nature, your wild side, as an obstacle, as something that you need to suppress. And it's actually delaying your kind of growth, I'm kind of feeling here. And the main weight of these obstacles are coming through with that moon energy, your emotions. Okay, so you're trying to control your emotions too much, and not allowing them out. You're not expressing your emotions quite enough here. You're seeing emotions as obstacles, and you're trying to control the chaos within without actually expressing that. And the emotions are, under the surface, they're running wild. And, without being careful to actually release those in structured, careful kind of ways, that's when they sort of take over. And then you do see, all this inner conflict, and it evolving into, drama, and possibly fighting, because, with the letter there, that's all about communication, and, the way that we're communicating, and it's going to resolve into trouble, tension, trouble, drama, conflict, fighting, arguments. It's heavily on the arguments kind of thing, because you're suppressing your emotions so heavily here. You're seeing your emotions as an obstacle rather than something that you can use. Your emotions are a tool to show you, your true feelings about things, and so that you can actually use those emotions to go the directions that you need to go. But you need to be expressing them, because if you're not expressing them, they're going to be expressed in this way, which is, the drama, the fighting, the arguments. So I feel as though for a lot of you here, that there is the need to release some of this emotional tension, the things that you're sensitive to, needing to face those things, and deal with those things, so that they're not resulting in conflicting arguments, and that sort of stuff. We had the coffin fly on out there. So we're needing to end the way that we're currently, close the door on the way that we're currently dealing with emotions, and, have a brand new rebirth. The death of suppression is what I'm getting here, and a rebirth, birthing those emotions out into the world, in ways that aren't harmful to you, and so that you're avoiding problems basically here. Any advice specifically here for Leo? We have the Tower and the Goat energy. We are seeing heavy Capricorn energy here too, Leo. So with the Goat, we do want to have fun with things. We want to have a bit more fun, and you know, it's that rebel without a cause kind of energy where we're, you know, we need to rebel against holding it all in. Is what I'm getting, because the Tower holds it all in, and so you're needing to rebel against that energy. You're needing to fight that energy and stop holding it all inside and feeling as though you have to separate yourself from everyone around you. You need to, you know, be a little bit more stubborn with yourself and push yourself, because once again, the Goat, if you don't deal with that in a measured, careful kind of way, where you are releasing that pent up kind of energy within you, the Goat can actually turn and create addictive behaviors. It can create these, you know, obsessions, obsessive behaviors, and you know, that fighting energy once again. So, you know, releasing yourself and stop butting everything up against the wall kind of thing, and actually let it out a little bit more here, Leo, is what I'm getting. Playful, fun, jumping around, excitement. You know, think about how goats, you know, run around and consume everything, and you know, they'll climb trees and jump around and do little weird kicks and things. You need to embrace that goat energy and embrace that the devil within a little bit here, the wild side of yourself. In needing to embrace that energy a little bit more, rather than suppressing it, because I feel at the moment you're really suppressing that wild energy and not allowing yourself to face those more wild, darker, raw parts of yourself here. Okay, so yeah, align your universe. Okay, that's all about navigating distractions. So, you know, aligning yourself more measured with the wild side and the calm side, you know, bringing them more into alignment, releasing, you know, not just your calm, measured self, but releasing some of the wildness as well. Sacred divinity. There are two paths ahead. So, you know, there is the need for you to consciously choose to do this, because, you know, the two paths ahead are, you know, one path is releasing some of this wild nature and allowing that to take you where it will, and you know, being a little bit more impulsive, being a little bit more playful, whereas the other side, it results in, you know, this conflict and tension and trouble, like, and no one wants that, right? So it is asking you to avoid that, I kind of feel here, Leo. So, you know, that's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But for now, we will move on over to our Virgos. Okay, Virgo. Virgo, shadow work for Virgo. What does Virgo need to know in regard to their shadow work? Shadow work for Virgo, please. Okay. Entrapment. Okay. That's coming through a little bit unclear here, Virgo, but entrapment. What are you feeling trapped by? I want to ask immediately, but for some of you, you need to actually really face as to whether, you know, are you feeling trapped by something, or are you trapping something in your life here? You know, I do feel that for some of you, you're this feminine laying down here. For others of you, you need to pay attention to this guy in the background. You know, I feel as though these are both parts of you yourself. You're feeling trapped by something, but you're not paying attention to the version of yourself in the background that is the one holding you hostage here. You're feeling like you're being kept hostage, but you're not realizing that you're being kept hostage by a part of yourself. Shadow work for Virgo. What's going on for Virgo with shadow work, please? Okay, sorry, the deck's just asking me to do a deeper shuffle here. Virgo, shadow work for Virgo, please. Wow, a lot of people have been getting that card today. Shadow work for Virgo. What does Virgo need to see for their shadow work, please? Relatively straightforward here, Virgo. Firstly, we do have the mountain energy, okay, which is, you know, generally it's obstacles, delays, you know, challenges that you're facing here. As shadow work and relating to that entrapment, it's kind of like you're not facing the true obstacles within yourself. You know, this part of yourself that is creating the obstacles, you're not facing that. You're telling yourself that there's this obstacle, that you're trapped by something, that, you know, I can never climb that it's too hard to climb that, but you're not even trying to climb the mountain. It's kind of like, you know, she's laying there, she's not chained, you know, yeah, the guy's standing there, you know, trapping her, but she's not even trying to get away. You're not even trying to, you're putting this in the too hard basket is what I'm getting, that you're telling yourself it's too hard. It's you know, yeah, I feel trapped by this. I feel like I can't get over this obstacle. I can't get through this obstacle, but it's because you know, there's a part of you that's just not willing to put in the work, that, you know, it's just too hard for you. Well, it's not that, you know, it's just that you're like, oh, that's too hard, I'm not even going to bother. You know, but every mountain can be climbed. It just takes a bit of hard work and perseverance, and it's kind of like you're telling yourself, it's too much hard work. I couldn't be bothered. It's too hard to climb that mountain. I'm just going to stay trapped instead. Okay. What I'm kind of already seeing here, but is this relative to a specific aspect for Virgo? Is this relative to a specific aspect for Virgo? Yeah, within you yourself. We have the Tower here as the specific aspect. Something within you yourself. Something within trapping yourself, once again, with that Tower. It is trapping yourself kind of energy. It is the energy of not this is the way I've always done things, so I'm just going to stay doing it this way. It's that kind of entrapment. It's kind of like, this is the foundation I've set within myself, so, you know, to change that now is too much. I've always done things this way. Whereas what we're seeing, we have the stork and then the stars. Okay, so the stork is that's that idea of, do you know what? I can't do things the same way anymore. That foundation is not working. It's keeping me stuck. It's holding me in that one place. It's keeping me entrapped within myself here. I need to create movement. I need to think of new ways of dealing with things. I need to think of brand new ways. I need to stir up new energy within myself here. You're holding yourself back, and you're stopping yourself from trying things in new ways here. Especially when it comes to your true desires and your true goals here, you're not, you know, you're putting it in the too hard basket, that, oh, it's too hard to achieve that goal, so I'm not even going to try. You know, that thing that I truly desire, it's going to take a lot of work to get that. So I'm not even going to bother. I'm just going to stay stuck exactly where I am. I'm just going to stay, in this because I'm, it's comfortable. I already know what it's like in this, I've got to know the kidnapper. I'm just going to stay here. It's that kind of energy where, at least I know I've got a roof over my head. I may as well just stay here. They feed me, but you're not even bothering to escape. You're like, I'll just stay here because, I understand this now. I don't, change is scary because, if I break free, all of a sudden I'm back in the real world and I've got to start dealing with the real world all over again. But that's where your desires truly lay is, in the stars, not in this tiny little jail cell that you're trapped in within yourself here. You need to understand that if you stay there, Virgo, that you're not going to see the stars again. You're not going to have these passions possible because you're trapping yourself in a state where you're not even willing to try. Okay. So I know that may be a little bit confronting for some of you because, I am just picking up that for some of you, you kind of already know that this is in regard to a specific situation in your life, and you're kind of getting a bit cranky at me for being so confronting. I am sorry, but that's what we're seeing here. Virgo, shadow work for our Virgos, please. Light codes. This one's all about travel awaits you. Time to get moving. Stir things up. Try something new. Start that journey to escape the trap you've created within yourself here, Virgo. Okay. Love and light. Act with care. So we're seeing both of those cards referencing action, taking action, movement, not staying trapped anymore. Movement. Yeah, it's going to be hard. Yeah, there's obstacles. Yeah, it's hard. It's a hard climb. No one's telling. I'm not going to lie and tell you it's going to be easy because it's a mountain, right? To escape this trap within yourself, it's a mountain. Okay, but once you start climbing, you may realize it's not Mount Everest. It's a speed bump. After you actually put in the hard work, it's a lot easier than you think. There is hope. There is hope. When you get to the top of the mountain, those stars actually, you like, oh wow, those stars are within reach. I can reach out and grab that star and bring that to me right here, right now. Your dreams and desires are more within reach than you're allowing yourself to believe. Okay, so that's what we've got for you, Virgo. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Especially your moon placements at the full moon, quite useful. But we will move on over to our Libra. Okay, Libra. Shadow work for our Libra. Okay. Shadow work for Libra. What does Libra need to be aware of for their shadow work, please? This card's giving me hell today with shuffling, I tell ya. Ooh. We have the wonderful fox energy coming through straight away. Take off your mask. See, that's the kind of little fox mask here. It does always vibe of fox energy here. It's like putting on that mask, telling yourself what you think you want to hear rather than the full truth of the story, that you are wearing a bit of a mask, that you're putting up a front, Libra. You're sitting there in the fire saying, I'm fine, everything's fine. No, you're not. You're on fire. Chill out, Libra. But we'll have a look and see what this is all about. Quite interestingly there, I am getting drawn to the image of the ballet slippers up here as well today. I don't normally pay much attention to those, but as soon as I sort of looked at them, I heard that song, She's the Dancing Queen, Young and Sweet, Only 17. You know, dancing the night away. I'm hearing a lot of dancing references. As soon as I sort of looked at those ballet slippers, it's like you're dancing away from your problems by hiding from them. Like you're you're hiding from, and some of you, you're hiding from the urge to dance. I don't know what that means, but I was hearing the Dancing Queen by ABBA song most predominantly there. So there may be something for you in that. Okay, Libra. What does Libra need to know in regard to shadow work, please? Shadow work for Libra. Take off your mask. I'm also seeing the 11. 11 might be important at the moment for you as well. Oh, I've said this to another sign today. I cannot even remember. I think it may have been Capricorn, but you're doing too much. This is what it is all about here, Libra. This mask that you're wearing is you're telling yourself, I can do it all. I can do everything. Maybe this is why we're seeing that dancing reference, because you're sort of dancing all over the place. You're dancing from here to there to back to here. You know, it's like a complex choreography that you're trying to take on, this huge dance, all these fancy dance moves, and you're doing too much. You're taking too much on. We have the octopus energy firstly here. The octopus energy, it's you've got your hand in too many pots here. You know, the octopus have 8 tentacles, right? So you've got 8 little tentacles flying on out. One's dancing over here doing that. One's dancing over here doing this. You know, one's over here wearing this mask. One's over. You're wearing too many hats. That's what this is all about. This take off the masks energy, the octopus energy. It's you're wearing too many hats, Libra. You're putting on too many different hats. You know, you can't do everything. You chill out. Your energy is like really frenetic. Yeah, you're doing way too much. You're trying to take on too much, and you're trying to put on too many different hats, and it's going to mix you up. You're going to put the wrong hat on at the wrong time, and for a lot of you, it's got to do with education. We have the book coming through here as well, that you're trying to, for some of you, you may be trying to learn more about quite a lot of different things, and it's pulling you in multiple directions. You're getting pulled in too many different directions here. For some of you, I'm hearing that you may be trying to act more knowledgeable than you actually are on certain things as well. You're putting on a hat. One of the hats you're putting on, you're like, oh yeah, I know everything about that, but you don't, and you know it, and you're doing too much. It just keeps telling me the same things. You're wearing too many different masks. You've got too many things under your belt here that you're trying to do, and they're all, they all feel to be very sort of different as well. That you're trying to put on so many different fronts at the moment that you can't even keep track of what story goes with who, and you're losing track of your story. I feel like that's the prevailing message here with the book, is that you're losing track of what chapter you're up to, whereabouts in the story you're at. Your narrative is getting very confused at the moment in your life, and you are doing too much. You need to educate yourself more on how you can actually delegate some of this stuff out, how you can actually focus on the things that you're truly passionate about. We have the candle coming through as well here, Libra, and this is, educating yourself more on, the masks that you're wearing that are leading you, the tentacles that are connected to the things that you're most passionate about, the things that you desire most. Focus on those. Don't focus on, 8 different things at once. Maybe focus on 3, and make sure they're the things that you desire the most, the things that burn within you the most. Focusing on those, and really, trimming the fat a little bit here, cutting down on, you know, feeling as though you have to take control of everything. Delegate a little bit more. It's, you know, because you're losing control of the plot. You know, if you continue down this path, your story is not going to come out looking like anything like you want it to look like. You're not, you know, this candle, you're burning the candle at both ends, literally. This is not going to, I'm just intuitively feeling here, this is not going to end well if you continue this way. You need to take off some of those masks and take off some of those hats and delegate them out, pass them off to somebody else. Stop. Advice for Libra. Advice for Libra with their shadow work. We have the fungi there first and foremost. Share the load. That is coming through as teamwork, sharing the load, you know, connecting with other people that can help you, because we have, pardon, the mushrooms are all interconnected. Okay, that's a connection, that's a grouping, that's a social grouping. They're all acting as one. You're needing to delegate out before you get the thorns. Okay, that's that candle that you're burning. You've got all these passions within you, but you know there's thorns there as well, Libra. You know, it's asking you to really focus on your true desires and your true passions and the things that you truly love and desire, and you know, the things that feel passionate and romantic and burn this fire within you. And you know, romantic can be more than just actual love and romance, right? It can be, you know, the things that you feel romantically towards, in the sense of like, that's a part of my story. You know, I'm Libra. I have this love story about, you know, I'm Libra that found my perfect job in this, and you know, it's part of the story. It's you know, and for some of you it may actually be romance as well. But Libra, what does Libra need to know about shadow work, please? Shadow work for Libra. Yeah. We have the astral travel card, which is actually all about caution being needed. You know, this is a warning. This is a cautionary tale. Stop traveling yourself. You know, stop astral traveling to 8 different places at once. Caution, caution, caution is necessary. And mindful wisdom. Okay. What have I just said? I feel like my goodness, it's like coming through strongly, so I knew I was on the right track anyway. But this is, yeah, that researching and being more mindful about what is actually creating harmony in your life, and following the truth, the passions. Okay, create inner harmony. Okay, mindful wisdom, creating your inner harmony. All right, so I hope that helps you at the moment, Libra, but you're doing way too much. You're taking on too many things all at once. Even if it's just, you know, within your own, you know, even if you're trying to take on 5 emotions all at once, 10 emotions all at once, you can't clearly think through one if you're feeling 10. You know, you need to slow down, stop, think about this emotion first, work through that emotion. You know, it's for some of you it may be, you know, just working through things that have happened in your life, things, you know, emotions that you feel, those sorts of things as well. Stop, you know, and for some of you it may just be your shadow work. Stop trying to heal every single little thing all at once. Some of you needing to just stop and focus on one thing, the thing that, you know, is what is burning the most inside you, and follow that. All right, but more than welcome to check your other placements, of course, to get a deeper layer to the message there. But we'll move on over to Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio. You're shining brightly at the moment, Scorpio. Your star there, the what's it called again? I wrote it down. Antares, the brightest star in the Scorpio constellation. That's the one that is very connected to this full moon. So there is a bit of a connection for you, Scorpio, with this full moon. And it's kind of feeling as though I'm getting this energy of, coming up to and during the full moon, certain things may be feeling hidden from you, for like not conscious to you. And then after the full moon, when the moon passes past that star, all of a sudden I feel like a few of you are going to have like bang, like a light come on within you. Okay, I do feel like this full moon may be revelatory for a few of you here, but we'll have a look with your shadow work. Scorpio, what's going on for Scorpio with shadow work, please? Letting go. Something or someone you're needing to let go of here. Letting go, knowing that it's okay to let go, that holding this pain within you is not serving your highest good. Pardon me. Scorpio, shadow work for our Scorpios, please. And one more, what comes after that, please? Okay. Some big emotions here, Scorpio. So firstly, we have the feminine and then the ruins, okay? So the feminine is all about your emotional self, your emotional side, your more feminine side, the side of you that is a bit more, quick to emotion and whatnot. We do have the ruins there as well. So there's this, I'm getting this energy of you feeling as though your emotions are in tatters. I did actually pick up a similar energy for, I believe it was Sagittarius. So if you are on the cusp, you may want to check the Sagittarius reading as well, but or if you have strong placements in Sagittarius. I think it was, I'm pretty sure it was Sagittarius, the first reading we did today. But yeah, you're feeling as though your emotions are in tatters. You're kind of feeling as though, the feminine, soft, sweet, nurturing side of you has somehow been ruined or destroyed. Because, I do feel as though for a lot of you, this has got to do with, something that's happened in the past, a past relationship, a past, traumatic experience, has left you feeling very raw, okay, emotionally. Unsure of how you're going to get back from this kind of energy. This is what you're letting go. This is what you're needing to let go. You're needing to face this and let go of the emotions attached to that a little bit here. Deal with this just a little bit more. Deal with the fact that, not deal with the event or the person, but deal with the way that you have been left feeling. Okay, so dealing and, recognizing that, yes, I have felt this way. Yes, I feel as though this thing within me was shattered, that, my emotions have been left in tatters. I am going to let go of feeling ashamed of the fact that this has affected me so much emotionally. I feel like that's what it's got to do with here, that it's letting go of the non-acceptance of how this has made you feel, if that kind of makes sense, because you're needing to accept that, yes, I feel this way. Yes, this has been a struggle for me emotionally. that yes, I feel as though something within me has been left in ruins and destroyed or whatnot. And what you're going to find is as soon as you do that, we're seeing the scythe come through. Sudden, you're breaking away from that energy that's holding you down here in ruin, and holding you in this very emotional place. And, it brings about sudden, unexpected changes within you yourself. So it's like I was saying with the moon passing in front of Antares, and it's, you're going to feel blocked from something, and then as soon as that comes out, all of a sudden bang, and that's the bang, that's the all of a sudden bang. Oh, now that I've accepted that I feel that way, it's not holding me back, it's not hurt, it's actually not hurting as much. I'm actually able to let go of these emotions a little bit more. We have that followed up with the clouds, so it enables you to sort of think about things a little bit more clearly, a bit more logically, rationally, moving yourself into a more logical, rational balance within yourself, rather than emotional. Okay, so there may still just be some after effects of, be careful not to overthink things, because that may drag you back into that emotional state. But, it helps you focus on what you need to focus on. It helps you let go of, of holding on to the pain and the ruins that have been left within you, and allows you to sort of move into a space where you're able to sort of focus a little bit more on what you need to focus on in your life. Advice for Scorpio with their shadow work, please. Yeah, we see the stork and then the astral. So we do see you stirring up the energy here, coming up with new ideas on how to chase your dreams. Okay, we have the astral card there as well. So, it's kind of stirring up hope within you, and stirring up that, okay, I'm not going to allow this to be the be all and end all of how I am. I'm not going to allow that to stay ruined within me. Like, for example, if this is like a bad relationship and it's left you feeling as though my emotions are in tatters, that, I feel as though this has ruined me, I'm never going to love again, that this is where you're stirring up that idea of, no, do you know what? I'm not going to let that stop me from having, all the potential in the universe here at my feet. If I want love again, I can have it. You're going to actually, really, really get yourself out of that ruin energy and make those changes to move forward of like, I'm not going to let this ruin me completely. I'm going to, rebuild myself from, one brick at a time. And I'm going to dream big, and I'm going to dream bigger, and I'm going to manifest all of what I want in my life. I'm going to manifest that ish out of that, and I'm going to have it. If I want it, I'm going to get it. It turns into a lovely energy here. Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know in regard to their shadow work, please? But it is feeling very sudden and quick. All happening very quickly here. Clear and activate. Just what you're doing, creating a sacred space within yourself to know that you can accept this astral energy. You can move forward and have anything you want. Okay. We also see sacred divinity. There are two paths ahead. So yeah, I do feel for a lot of you, it's the two paths of, are you going to allow this to, are you going to hold on to this and allow this to affect you and, keep you in this ruin and keep you in emotional trauma? Or are you going to, that's it. That's it. I'm over it. I'm making the choice to move on with things. And I feel like for a lot of you, though, it's very, very quick. And it's like you wake up one day and all of a sudden, bam, whole different life kind of energy. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, totally fine. It's still residual shit to work through, but, you're totally clearing this energy and activating yourself forwards towards your your dreams and your true desires, regardless of you know, what has felt like it's fallen to ruin in the past. Here, you're finally letting go of holding yourself to that. You know, which is the important thing. You're thinking about things very clearly and knowing, I need to try to do this in a new kind of way and focus on what I want, not what I lost. Focus on what I want now, not what I lost in the past. Okay, so that's what we've got for you, Scorpio. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course, and hopefully I will see you all again soon.